Old Country and Gildoran still joint favourites, 5-2. Longboat 9-1. Ilium 12-1. Patrizio is also 12-1. South Gale and Yawa with Destroyer and Agent Double 14-1. Long Pond 25-1. And Asios joined Central Line at 33-1.
Ilium got very upset in the paddock, but he seems to be all right now. His best run this season easily was his 6-length win in the Yorkshire Cup over 1 3/4 miles, beating Old Country, but Old Country is £8 better off and turned the tables on him in the 1.5 mile Coronation Cup at Epsom. 12-1 Ilium. And over this much longer trip, they're both slightly unknown quantities. He's got a lot of speed, Ilium, if he gets the trip, as he showed when running right away with the Yorkshire Cup. Now, quite a few of the runners have joined Lester Piggott in the stalls. Lester in the white cap with the check colours. Ilium just going in behind him. And Lester adjusting his goggles. It looks as if they're coming under starters' orders over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, that's it. They're all in and running. And nobody very keen to make running in the early stages. Agent Double on the outside, nearest to us, that is. Over on the far side, Gildoran taking quite a strong hold. Destroyer's up there, so is Patrizio. And South Gale, and it's Gildoran making it from Patrizio, then comes Destroyer, then South Gale, and Gildoran, the rather reluctant leader in these early stages, from Patrizio and Destroyer. Just in behind them, South Gale. Ilium has been dropped back to the rear. Azir's also in rear. And as they run down this straight and just past the intersection, it's Gildoran in the lead from Patrizio and Destroyer, and then comes South Gale. Then Old Country over on the far rail with Longboat upsides. Then comes Long Pond and Agent Double and Yawa and Ilium and Central Line and Azir the back marker. So the 1984 winner, Gildoran, in the lead from Patrizio, Destroyer and South Gale for France. Then comes Old Country, Lester Piggott, and then Longboat and Long Pond. Then Agent Double for France, and then Yawa on the inside, Central Line, Ilium, and finally it's Azir. And as they pass the winning post with another complete circuit, it's Gildoran in the lead from Patrizio and Destroyer and Old Country. Then on the outside, South Gale, behind them Long Pond, Longboat, Yawa, Agent Double, Ilium, Central Line, and finally Azir, beginning to swing right-handed now. And just over 1.5 miles to run in the Gold Cup, and Gildoran in the lead from Destroyer, Patrizio and Old Country. South Gale is next, followed by Long Pond, Longboat, Agent Double, Yawa, behind them Ilium, Central Line and Azir, running down towards Swindley Bottom now, and still Gildoran in the lead from Destroyer second, Patrizio third, Old Country 4, 5 and 6 are South Gale and Long Pond. Then comes Longboat, Yawa, Agent Double, Central Line, Ilium, and finally Azir. And the order has hardly changed since they set out on their 2.5 mile journey, racing to the end of Swindley Bottom now. They'll swing right-handed shortly. They've got 1 mile and a furlong to run, and it's still Gildoran with the advantage over Destroyer. Old Country on the inside as they swing out of Swindley Bottom. Patrizio on Old Country's outside. Then comes Longboat with Long Pond on his inner, and Azir is still the back marker. Just over 7 furlongs to run. Gildoran from Destroyer in second. Patrizio and Old Country, South Gale, Longboat and Long Pond, and behind them Ilium making a little bit of ground. Then comes Yawa, then Agent Double. Behind Agent Double is Central Line, and then comes Azir. Still Gildoran and Brent Thomson as they pass the 6 furlong pole. Destroyer is next. Then comes Patrizio. Old Country going very well in fourth. Then comes South Gale. Longboat making a run now towards the outside, and Agent Double getting a little bit closer. coming to the 4 furlong point, and still Gildoran in the lead from Destroyer, Patrizio, Ilium, Old Country on the inside, Longboat, South Gale, then comes Yawa, then Agendu, losing ground, racing towards the home turn. Gildoran with the advantage from Destroyer. Old Country's moved into third. Then comes Long Pond and Longboat and Ilium towards the outside, coming down to the 2 furlong pole, and it's Gildoran, the clear leader now from Destroyer. Then comes Old Country in third. Longboat producing a run towards the outside, but it's Gildoran from Destroyer. Longboat, Willie Carson coming to try and challenge. Gildoran still from Destroyer, then Longboat as they race into the closing stages. Gildoran praised by Destroyer, and on the near side, Longboat putting in a tremendous run. Yama finishing well, but Gildoran looks as though he's going to hold him. Gildoran's mother of the line. Longboat was second, then came Destroyer and Long Pond in a photo for third, and behind them, Yawa and Old Country and South Gale and Patrizio and Ilium, and behind them, well, the judges called for a photo. The judges called for a photo, but I think little doubt that Gildoran, who set out to make all the running in the 1985 Gold Cup, has succeeded and has completed a double. Gildoran, number 5, just held off Longboat for me, with a photo for third between Destroyer and Long Pond, but the judge has called it a photo for all 4 places. See what you think as we review the closing stages with Julian Wilson.
Well, a marvellous piece of front running this by Brent Thomson. He's dictated the pace, and because he's dictated it so effectively, Old Country never really settled, and although he was going well 6 out, Old Country, he's very quickly beaten in the straight. Gildoran, with Brent Thomson just starting to pick the horse up. Destroyer comes under pressure. Battling on really well on the rails is Long Pond there, the horse who changed hands. Here, Lester Biggott showing signs of distress, and Old Country is beaten. And look at the challenge on the outside, Longboat in the red colours, still only 5th with a furlong and a half to run, but putting in a terrific finish, which in the end stretches Gildoran to the limit. Here, Gildoran 2 lengths clear of Destroyer, holding this one. Brent Thomson just looks over his shoulder, sees that Will is starting to come, goes for his whip, and Gildoran answers. He's holding Destroyer, but the challenger is wide. It's Longboat, and he's starting to get into his stride. 3 lengths to make up in the last furlong. Willie asking for every effort and closing the gap. And now Gildoran starting to get tired and in fact wandering away from the rails. Will the post come in time for him? It just does. He holds on by about a neck or half a length from Longboat, with Destroyer third. Well, the head-on view shows how wide Willie's come on Longboat. They're on the wide outside with South Gale, and Gildoran just 1 horse off the rails, just starting to tire here, and as Brent Thomson goes for his whip, he just wanders a little bit to the left, but keeps battling on, and, well, showing the most terrific courage at the end of this searching Gold Cup. Here's Willie coming. His horse's tongue's got over his bit, but he answers every call that Willie makes of him, and he's closing all the way to the line. But the post is just going to come too soon, and as they come to the line, it is Gildoran who wins. Longboat is second, that's official now. And the third horse is number 4, Destroyer.
Number 8. The distances were half a length and the same.
Half a length and the same, the official distances, as Brent Thomson unsaddles his second winner of the Royal Meeting and joins Pat Edery on the 2 mark in this race for the Ritz Club Charity Trophy. Robert Sangster there towards the right. Owner of the Ascot Gold Cup for the 2nd year in succession. The tide having turned for him when Clanrallier won the last yesterday in a desperate photo finish. A photo here, but the verdict half a length. And just to recapitulate the result as we look at the hero of the Cup. First, number 5, Gildoran, owned by Mr. Robert Sangster, trained by Barry Hills and ridden by Brent Thomson. Second, number 7, Longboat, owned by Mr. Dick Hollingsworth, trained by Dick Hearn and ridden by Willie Carson. Third, number 4, Destroyer, owned by Mr. David Muir, trained by Kim Brassey and ridden by Simon Whitworth. And fourth, number 8, Long Pond, owned by Mr. Ozawawi, trained by Paul Kellaway and ridden by George Duffield.